Start with an opening statement.
Just, for us, I'm just proud of our guys for, how they keep kind of bouncing back and keep responding. We've been in this position a lot, and we haven't always capitalized or finished games the right way. And I thought we had great effort defensively in the first half. I thought those guys really followed the game plan. The start of the second half I thought was big. I thought we came out with a lot of great energy, and to be able to go on a run instead of the other team going on a run against us, I think was really big for our kind of psyche as a team.
You guys shot it better than 52% from three. Did you see anything coming in that you thought you'd be able to get some open looks against Virginia's defense?
No, we're a really good three-point shooting team. Like, we need to shoot more of them. We need to find a way to get more attempts than we did. And I think that's a credit to Marcus and Tate really getting into the paint, and it forces a lot of people, it forces a lot of attention on them. And they did, I thought they did a great job of finding guys and kicking it out. So I don't think it was anything defensively. I think it's just, more in line with how we want to play and how we should play.
Coach, coming out of halftime, you dialed up open looks for both Braden and Matt. Was that something that you saw in the first half, or did you put a spin on an existing action? How did they get those looks early?
Yeah, it was actually, we were looking for something else, and it just became the byproduct of it. And like I said, credit to our guys for seeing it and moving on to what's next. We've talked a lot with our guys, in the past few weeks, whenever we've called somebody's number, they think they're supposed to take the shot. And now we're getting to the point, hopefully we can keep getting to this point where the number's getting called for Notre Dame. Let's get the best shot for Notre Dame, and I think that's what happened. I think they just unselfishly turned one down to just keep finding the open guy.
Elijah Saunders was quiet for the majority of this game. I'm sure he was near the top of your scout. What was so successful in taking him away?
Yeah, we tried to be physical with our guards. We switched a lot. We switched a lot of screens, and not letting him get deep catches versus those smaller guys. But I think the switching kind of helped take away some of the pick and pops, right? We were worried about him as a shooter when people leave his body. So I think some of those kind of negated some of the open looks that he gets. And no, he was at the top of the list. He and Isaac both with what they do and how impactful they are for their offense.
And Marcus was out briefly in the second half. I assume everything was okay. He returned.
Yeah, just kind of rolled his ankle at the end of the drive. He went to stop and just kind of rolled it. He just ran back, got retaped, and came back and finished. So, my heart stops though, and when you see that, I ask him every few minutes, "Are you okay?" And when he's asking to come out, something has happened. But it was very, very minor where he was able to come back and finish.
Coach, a lot of teams have sort of had their way against UVA offensively this season. When you look at UVA's defense, what are they sort of missing against years past?
I think we're a pretty good offensive team. We made shots. We did a good job. I think we got some tough matchups, right? So, we tried to find, what we thought could be an advantage for them. But, I watched the SMU game. It was a dogfight, man, down to the end, in the 50s, right? I was prepared for that. I was prepared for that coming in. I still think they're a good defensive team with what they do. They make it hard for you. I just thought we had a couple of kind of matchup advantages, and not just specifically against them, just with who we have. I think Tate Davis is a tough cover for a lot of people in our league with how he's playing, but how he can space and drive, how he can post smaller people. So I think these guys have done a good job, man. I know they're in a tough situation, but like, yeah, I think Ron, you know, I got the utmost respect for Ron and what he's doing and how he's like trying to hold this together, man, because it's hard. It's not easy. Like this is not an easy situation, and you know, he's doing his best. He's fighting. Those guys are playing hard, so you know, credit and kudos to him.
Micah, second half, did you do anything different on your defense against McNeely?
No, not really. We just tried, just more aware. Like, you know, he got some threes. You know, he gets them. He's so good running off screens and getting them. I thought he got a couple in the first half on a byproduct of us helping and the ball kind of getting skipped to him in different ways. So as the game kind of went along, right, and we started to get a lead, like what can bring them back is those threes. So like we didn't really help as much. We were like, just stay home. You know, I'm yelling at Braden the whole second half, like stay with him. Like he's at the logo, and I'm like, stay with him, just because you know, he can make one or two and get going, and now the place gets loud. Teammates start, you know, getting going. They start guarding more, like so. You know, we made a small adjustment, but I think just not helping as much helped us.
Sorry, Coach. We spoke about McNeely and Saunders. Another player who got a lot of attention after the Boston College game for Virginia was Andrew Brody. Tonight, in 20 minutes of play, you held him to one for 8, I believe it says. What was the game plan around that? How do you think you held him to sort of a less impressive offensive performance than days past?
Yeah, just trying to do our best to, like these guys, they kill you from 3 and they really kill you at the rim. We just tried to eliminate that as much as we could. And I thought our guys did a good job on his drives of kind of trying to wall him out and try and get him going more east-west instead of downhill. He's so big and physical, he can get near the rim and now turn, spin, and shoot over the top of you. And I thought they kind of pushed him a little outside of the paint to make those shots a little bit tougher for him.
I know you're not even halfway through the conference schedule, but with only 15 teams making the ACC tournament this year, do you feel any extra importance on this game today?
Yeah, I mean, there it is. Like, we talked about it as a group, but we also talked about, like, we wanted to play well, especially on the road. Like, you know, we haven't played well on the road. We've had opportunities. Like, we were up double figures in NC State. We're up double figures in Syracuse. Like, we got to finish games. We got to capitalize better. That was more my thought than what's going to happen in the future. But we talked about we need to start getting wins, right? We can't, like, being close doesn't get you anything. And so that was more of our focus than the end of the season.